Hi, it's Mitch from PickDogs.com. I got the Puck Dogs with me, Rod and Chris, and we got Wi-Fi. We got everything. We are back in business. Of course, tomorrow I am flying solo because my flight is at 6:30 a.m. West Coast time, and so for me to be able to do do the show, it's going to have to be on the fly. So it might even be just YouTube only, is my guess. I'm going to do the computer picks. Maybe not. We'll have to see. But I'm going to do computer picks and regular picks. If these guys want to email me picks tonight for tomorrow, I'll put them on the show. If not, maybe we'll do like a 4 or 5 o'clock show when I arrive in Maui and I get back home. We'll do 5 p.m. Eastern or something if we can, or 6. It'd either be 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll figure it out. I don't know what time. I think my flight lands at 11 Maui time. So that puts us, or 11:30, so that puts us like 4:30 Eastern. So I'll probably be home 5:30, you know. So we'll figure it out. We'll see if we can do it. We'll try our best, of course, like we always do. But guys, how's it going? I know yesterday, last I saw Rod, I was the one eating the big breakfast. How you guys doing this morning?
Awesome. I'm doing good.
Chris, all back from Vegas. You guys saw in the Facebook group that Chris and I went out to breakfast. We had a good time, man. I don't think I've laughed that hard in a long time. I think we made a lot of friends.
Oh yeah, we did.
So
and we figured out the peppermill has a fruit cup.
They absolutely have. So we go to breakfast and I say, I'd like a bagel and a fruit cup, and she says, well, we don't really. I said, do you have anything? Because you have fruit cup, and she says, well, we have a fruit plate. I said, well, I'm looking for something that's smaller. Do you have a fruit cup? No. And then she points over to the menu. And says, well, we have the fruit cup. I'm like, you guys know what my patience level is. You know, it's like not always the best, but I hung in there and we got it done. So good time was had by all.
Very much so.
As we wind down January, we're at 11,000 YouTube subscribers. Thank you guys. We're just shy of our goal of 10 million, but we're gonna get there. But yeah, you guys we have how many hockey? 6 hockey today. We got a ton of college basketball and NBA basketball. If you're a premium member, I haven't put my picks in yet. With the Wi-Fi and everything and getting everything together, I'm on the road. It makes it a little tougher, but you guys will have plenty of time to get your college basketball premium picks and NBA. So you guys, let's take a look at the NHL schedule. We'll get you guys started on it. Weird. My YouTube on my computer is all messed up. Let's see if I can get back to a reasonable spot. It's weird because normally when I do the show and everything at home, I have all kinds of computer monitors. But here I just have my one screen, and it makes it a lot tougher to do this. But let's see what we got in the NHL. Chris, it looks like the Leafs and the Stars. This is a good game. I don't even know hockey, and I'm going to say this is a good one. Dallas minus 115. The Leafs even money, which we haven't seen from them a lot recently. Both these teams playing good hockey. What do you think?
Yeah, for me, the line looks a little bit funny considering how well Dallas has been playing at home. That it's only minus 115. I'm going to call it a homer pick if you want, but I'm going to take Toronto. I mean, we saw the Leafs ratcheted up the defensive effort against Nashville, and I think that they're going to want to battle here, so I'll take Toronto at minus 105.
Rod, what are you thinking?
I'm looking at the same thing. The Leafs are 6-1 their last 7 on the road. Dallas is 4-1 the last 5 at home. But yeah, that last game, the Leafs did step up their D a little bit, and I'm gonna go with the Leafs here. Give me the Leafs. You can get the Leafs at plus money. It depends on which book you're going with. I got the Leafs at plus 110.
You got the Predators visiting the Caps. I know on our show, the guys have been on the Caps a lot this season. Rod, what are you thinking here? You still Cap friendly?
I am. I like the Caps. Like I said that last game, even though everybody overreacted. Obi's not playing. Oh well, it's one guy. How many players are on this Washington team that can score? They have lots of players. And look, they beat Montreal. Obi will probably be back this game. Funny stat I see was Nashville 7-0 in Washington their last 7 games. But this Washington team, I think they're going to be quite focused this second half and win a lot. So give me the Caps here. I like the Caps on the puck line. I see it winning like 5-2.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah. I saw the same thing with Nashville having a lot of success in Washington, but the problem is for me is that those teams only play in Washington once a year, and I mean it's easy for me to say that Nashville can catch a Washington team on any given night, but I like Washington here as well. We talked about Toronto cranking up the defensive effort against Nashville. Nashville didn't have one against Toronto, and I don't see it happening against the Capitals either, so I'll take Washington in regulation.
Okay, so Big Franco, whoever he is, he wants to have his own show, and he wants to use this as his own personal customer service line. So you guys carry on to the next game, and that's going to be Anaheim and Arizona. So this guy, I mean, I hate guys like this. I'll be honest. It's like, I don't think there's anything, at least what we do. I mean, the guys who just come on and, just like you'll lose a game and they'll go on the YouTube video and they comment, loser or something. Those guys are obnoxious, but this like Big Franco guy who comes on here and uses this as his own show and personal customer service line to tell us how we should do our show and stuff like that. Do your own show, dude. What a joke this guy is. So if you guys have your own picks, you can put those in our Facebook group or start your own YouTube channel. Jerk. Sorry guys for interrupting, but go ahead, Chris.
I'm sorry. We got a heavy 10 o'clock schedule tonight with four of those 6 games coming after 10 o'clock. So, but for this one, I like Anaheim at plus 105 at home. Leave it on Arizona a lot, but the problem is Arizona's starting to slip up a little bit. I think they've lost 5 of their last 6 games, even though they've been better on the road. I think Anaheim used the All-Star break to sort of get a fresh start. They didn't do so well against San Jose right out of the gate, but I think being at home here is going to help. So I'll take Anaheim plus 105.
And yeah, this Coyotes team, I think they come off this All-Star break. They needed the break. Give me the Coyotes here. I'm not a fan of this Ducks team at all. Give me the Coyotes. I really like the under in this game. I don't see a whole lot of goals.
Let's go to college hoops. Chris, what are you looking at today? How many games are you looking at today in college hoops that you like?
3 that I'm really keyed in on.
Well, let's give us the first one.
Okay, the first one I love Alabama plus 5 against LSU. I mean, LSU's on this 8-game winning streak, but their last 6 wins have been decided by 4 points or less. So these guys are playing a lot of tight games, and Alabama, we all know the cover team that they've been lately. They've been ripping off covers left and right. I think this is another one that they can cover, keep it close, at least down to the final couple possessions. I'll take Alabama plus 5.
How about you, Rod? How many games are you looking at?
I like about 9 of them on the board, but I really like
first. Give us the first 4 or 5.
The first game, I got Baylor versus Iowa State. Baylor 6-1 ATS the last 7.
What's the pick?
Iowa State. I like Baylor minus the 3.5 here on that one.
And then go into like the detail. Because I think we all like Baylor, but it's like, why is the line down from 5.5 to 3.5? And it's kind of like they've kind of like tried to bait us into this. It seems the last few times with Baylor with what look like reasonable lines, right? It's not like, I mean, if the line's 11.5, we're still probably thinking Baylor, right? It's like, so why are they giving it to us at 3.5? I mean, are we that square? I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. But it's like, I don't see the angle here, for Iowa State. I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't know why the line's so low either. Yeah. They're 2-6. They're 2-6 ATS the last 8.
Like, maybe we're super squares. Maybe we're just super squares. I don't know.
I'm gonna take it. Maybe if they hook me, they hook me. I don't know. I just don't see Iowa. I don't see how Iowa State can even stay close in that game. In this game, I look and I think Baylor rolls them.
What else do you like?
I'm looking at the St. Louis versus LaSalle. LaSalle's for me, take St. Louis. St. Louis -3. St. Louis 3-1 the last 4 ATS. LaSalle's 1-4 ATS, 0-5 straight out the last 5. This LaSalle team's not good. I think St. Louis rolls them here. Give me St. Louis -3.
I like that one too. LaSalle looked good like in the one game against Villanova this year, but outside of that, these guys have been terrible.
Not looking good at all.
Not looking good at all. How about one more?
One more. We'll go Kentucky versus Vandy. My favorite Vandy team. Just go against them. They're 0-5 ATS. The last 5. This Vandy team just sucks. So it may be a huge number, but I'll lay the huge number with Kentucky. Give me Kentucky -20. Yeah, they're fighting with LSU. They're only one game behind for the lead in the ACC. So give me Kentucky here. I think they come out and roll them.
Yeah, Vandy sucks, man. They suck. They suck bad. Chris, let's go back to you. You said you had 3. Give us another one.
Yeah, I'm on West Virginia plus the 2.5 and money line against Texas Tech. Texas Tech, my last recollection, they battled with Kentucky, but they also put up a bit of a clunker against TCU the game before that. And I just think that they're not high on confidence right now, and that confidence is what you need when you're going to try to break that West Virginia defense. And I just think West Virginia's rolling right now and getting 2.5 points. I don't even know if we're going to need them, but I'll take them to be safe. I'll take the Mountaineers here.
I like South Carolina plus the 7 against Arkansas. It's come down from 7.5 to 7. Arkansas has been really good this season. I mean, we can't take anything away from the Hogs. 11-1 at home this season. That one loss was Kentucky recently. A lot of teams are going to lose to Kentucky, right? I mean, it's just it's what you signed up for in the Southeast Conference. But Frank Martin's teams traditionally are grinders, and South Carolina did not have a good first half of the season and out of conference. But in conference play, they really did turn it around. And then we saw in the out of conference game against Texas A&M, they lit them up. And since then, they've been on fire. They're 4-2 on the road straight up and 5-1 against the number on the road. And they're getting 7 points here, touchdown at Arkansas. I mean, Arkansas hasn't been good since the pre-Brett Bielema days. But different sport, different time. But it doesn't matter. It's the same result. I like South Carolina plus 7. I think another interesting one was that I was just looking at. It's this Oklahoma-Kansas State game where the Sooners are getting a point at Kansas State. Kansas State's been dreadful, but they're 7-3 at home. Oklahoma hasn't been a great cover team, but they've been favored in a lot of those games that they didn't cover in. So it's this one I'm a little more tepid on, but I'm gonna take Oklahoma in this one. Rod, you said you had a list. How about 3 more for us?
That was one that was on the list. Oklahoma, Kansas State. Give me Oklahoma there. Like you said, Kansas State has been better at home, but give me Oklahoma. I think they beat Kansas State there. Also looking at DePaul versus Seton Hall. DePaul started the year off real good, and they just have not looked good lately. and Seton Hall's just rolling at home. I think this line could be even higher than what it is. I see Seton Hall winning by double digits. Give me Seton Hall here -9. Another one, Marquette versus Xavier. Marquette's 4-1 ATS the last 5. Xavier's 1-4 ATS the last 5. And you're going to give me 2.5 points with Marquette. Give me Marquette here. I think they win outright. Give me Marquette plus the 2.5 and on the money line. I think the wrong side is favored there.
How about one more?
One more. Here's I got Davidson at George Washington. I know you don't like this Davidson team, but they've been playing well. They're both these teams are actually 4-1 ATS the last 5. I think Davidson's been playing a little bit better. You give me Davidson here over George Washington -4.5.
Chris, what was your third one?
My third one, I like TCU -4 against Texas. I mean, Texas is just finding ways to lose games, and TCU hasn't been a great cover team, but from side by side, they've been the better team lately. Like I said, this is more of a play against Texas right now, so I'll lay the points with TCU -4.
Makes sense. Rod, did you have any more?
Those are the top ones on the list. The other ones are kind of like iffy. We don't need to share the other ones.
All right.
Like,
I'm always up for iffy. But anyways, I'll take another quick look at this. San Diego State -10 at New Mexico. I didn't do a video on this one, but San Diego State continues to roll. New Mexico is still unbeaten at home. So if San Diego State's going to stumble, this is one of those spots where it could happen. I'm not betting on it. I've been on San Diego State all season long. No reason to get off the horse now. Riding this pony on home. San Diego State and Baylor, right? I mean, we're going to whip that dog into the ground. See if we can get there. I also like Furman against VMI. VMI not good. Furman 9-1 at home. Not a great cover team, but VMI seems to give up a lot of points. And if we bet Furman, it's almost like an automatic that we bet Wofford, right? It just seems like that Furman Wofford, right? It seems like they play each other 15 to 16 times a year also. Furman's always playing Wofford, or they're always playing on the same day as Wofford. It's like when you see them even on like a schedule of college basketball games, they're always even grouped together, right? It's like their games. I don't know what it is. I know they're both in the SoCon, but that's about it. But I'll take Furman and Wofford, and I'll parlay them together. The Furman-Wofford combination. Move to. Did we cover all the NHL?
Well, there's 3 more.
All right, let's go back to NHL. Chris, let me see where we're at. We got
Tampa Bay Kings.
Tampa Bay, LA.
Yeah, I like Tampa Bay -1.5 here. Simple as that. I mean, it's LA's not playing great hockey, and I don't think they have enough to hang with Tampa Bay here. LA's lost 8 of their last 10 games, and Tampa Bay's starting to pick up steam. This is the kind of game where the -210 makes sense. So I'll lay the -1.5 with Tampa Bay.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, I like Tampa Bay in this spot as well. The Kings, they started off the year looking like they might play half decent, and they just before the All-Star break, they just fell right off. They're not leading in shots anymore. They're not. Give me this Tampa Bay team. I think this Tampa Bay team wakes up the second half and gets a roll. And give me Tampa on the puck line, and I'm going to sprinkle a little on -2.5.
I mean, Tampa Bay, you look, this is a team that was still 500 for much of the first half of the season, and now look at them, they're 29-20. So I mean, they've picked up their play a lot heading into the All-Star break, so that's something to look forward to.
They were avoiding this Tampa team was avoiding the President's Cup. They don't want to repeat of last year. Nobody wants that President's Cup. Nobody wants to be the best in the regular season in the NHL. It's the curse of that cup.
Okay, we got Calgary and Edmonton. Rod?
Huge game here. Battle of Alberta. Big Battle of Alberta. Calgary played last night, and I think, and St. Louis definitely gave him a run and beat him. And I think Calgary comes in here right tired. Oilers on the rest and break. Give me the Oilers here at home on the money line. This is going to be a battle. I'm definitely going to be watching this game.
Yeah, I think for me, it's hard because I think Calgary actually is going to get up for this game. There's a lot of pride that's going to be at stake. Anyone who's been watching this knows the league office is going to be there for the conflict between Matthew Tkachuk and Zach Kassian. I think this is going to be like one of the hardest hitting games that we're going to see all year. We might see more hits than we do shots on goal. I'm going to side with the under here, as I just think it's a low scoring physical game. These two guys are just going to want to beat the crap out of each other.
Oh yeah, typical Battle of Alberta.
Yeah, but I think this one's got a little bit more heat than other ones.
Oh yeah, with the whole Tkachuk and Kassian thing. Oh yeah, it's going to have an edge to it.
And I think that even though the league office says they're going to be there, that's not going to stop these guys. It's never stopped them before. Why is it going to stop them now?
Yeah, exactly. I think we might.
It won't have a guy takes the other guy's helmet off and try to beat him with it, but but there's going to be a lot of skirmishes. Those referees need a pay raise for tonight.
Oh yeah, because it's going to come off right out the door, and it's going to be like, wow, get him.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. I would put a bet on a line brawl on the opening face-off.
Yeah, I know. Right? Can we bet that? Fight in the first 2 minutes.
So this Reptile is asking, so you're talking hockey now, but you guys talk college basketball. Yeah, we're kind of just mixing everything around on the show. We did hockey into college. It's kind of like a Grateful Dead list, right? It's like did NHL into college basketball, back into hockey. We're gonna go back into NBA, maybe back into college basketball, drum space, encore. Out of here. Okay.
Put up, Jake.
So we got one more in the NHL for tonight. We'll round it out on the ice. Got Vancouver against San Jose. Two very similar logos here. Two pretty similar teams. The Sharks, 22 and 25, playing a lot better recently. And they're favored here against a Vancouver team that's 7-3 in their last 10 games.
Yeah, I'm still gonna side with Vancouver here, though. They've been better at home, but they're also a team playing better hockey than San Jose right now. I mean, the Canucks team's just a young team that can score at will when they want to. And like I said, I'm still not sold on San Jose even after the All-Star break. So I'll take my chances with the Canucks here.
If you guys can hit the thumbs up if you're watching the show, it's greatly appreciated. We have 139 people watching us on YouTube and only 44 thumbs up. That's less than 30%. That's less than 33%. So if you guys can just hit the thumbs up, it takes you about a half a second. It helps us a ton. If you're watching us on the phone, if you shrink the comments, if you hit the X next to the comments, you can hit the thumbs up and then just hit the button that says live chat and you'll be right back to where you are. A lot of people hitting the thumbs down too on me, so I don't care. If we have a ton of thumbs up, it really doesn't matter how many thumbs down they hit. They would need to have 100. So
100. Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the curve.
It's always going to be haters. Yeah, we hate free picks. We hate whatever. It's like we show up because you suck. It's like okay, It's like thank you. Thank you for blessing us with your presence, man. It's like they're here to expend their knowledge anonymously on us the day after the game is over. Anyways, let's go to the NBA. Oh no, we cut off in the middle of hockey. Let's bring it home. Go ahead.
I like the Canucks in this game over the Sharks as well. Give me the Canucks. Plus money on the Canucks. Go Canada. I don't know. This Sharks team is so wishy-washy. They win one and look good, and then they stink. So
we'll get your pick after the game is over and see how if you can get that one right or not.
I think I'm still batting 100 or 1,000 when I pick after the game. So
yeah. What about when you get to go on someone else's YouTube channel anonymously and just say you lose every game? How about that? Does that make you feel better? about yourself? It's like, but the way I feel, what do you do for? It's like it's like you're on your first date or something. It's like, well, what do you do for fun? Oh, I anonymously go on people's live shows on YouTube channels and tell them how they lose every game. Which I tell you what, man, if we could lose every game, I think there's a market for that. If we could lose every single game, so there's some people say they never win, you always lose, you can't win money, all these things.
That would be tough. How could you lose all the games?
I do. I lose every game. Just ask the YouTube commenters. I lose every game. I suck. I've been doing this for 13 years, and I've set up this scam where I give out free picks. I'm scamming people. I can't believe they let you do this scam. It's like, yes, I'm giving out free picks, and free pick on every game and free picks of all the stuff. It's the scam. I'm setting the hook. It's like, what is that? It's like, I don't even get it. It doesn't even make any sense. If someone could explain this to me, you can give me 100 thumbs down while you're explaining it. I would love to hear this one. Oh, man. Anyways, man, let's go to the NBA. We got 6 NBA games. And people are saying, why didn't you put your NBA picks in or whatever? Because the lines came out at like this morning, right? It's like, but Chris, you looking at anything in NBA? How many NBA you got?
I'm looking at 3 of the 6.
All right, well, give us your first one. Rod, how many NBA you got?
3.
All right, so Chris, you give us your first one. Maybe we all have the same ones.
I like OKC minus the 3 against Sacramento. The world's on OKC because the line shifted 4 points from Sacramento -1 to now them being a 3-point dog. But I just like the way OKC's been playing on the road. Sacramento's been too inconsistent for my liking, so I'll take the Thunder here.
I like long walks in the park, leaving hater comments on YouTube channels, and giving predictions after the game was over, saying that was an easy one, and I knew they were going to beat them. Especially those are my 2 favorite phrases. Is I knew they were going to beat them. I knew Rutgers was going to cover against Purdue. I told you Rutgers was going to cover against Purdue.
You're also forget
my tops. People ask me, we get this in the comments all day. What's your best pick today? I like Rutgers over Purdue to cover yesterday. Parlayed with Butler. Yesterday. Apparently this is okay because this is what everybody else does. Can I post my ticket too? Can I bet? I'm going to go down to the craps table and bet a hard 4 after it hits. Thank me later. You guys can thank me later for the pick I gave out on yesterday's game.
I don't know how long would you stay at the table if you tried to sneak your bet in there after the 4 was there? I think they'd whack you with that stick.
I saw a guy place a don't bet yesterday after the come out, and they put they nailed him back, and it didn't even look like the dealer was looking, and he got him. But anyways, so yeah, that line looked odd. It looked odd that the Kings were favored, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But how about you, Rod? What do you like here?
The first one I'm looking at here is Memphis at the Knicks here. Give me Memphis. They're just playing way better basketball. I know they're on a back-to-back, but give me the Memphis here. I really like Memphis over these Knicks.
Chris, what's your next one?
My next one was actually Memphis as well. Again, it's like Rod said, they're on a back-to-back, but I'll give Rod credit. He did call that Memphis game against Denver last night, so they looked really good doing it. Now going on the road against the Knicks, who haven't been good and who are still not, even worse without R.J. Barrett. I'll take Memphis -2.5.
How about what's your next one?
I like Houston -1.5 against Portland. It almost seemed like no Harden, no Westbrook, no problem for the Rockets as Eric Gordon stepped up. We've been buying Houston, selling on the Blazers for much of the season. It's been paying off. So the line being as low as it is, I'll take Houston -1.5.
Rod, what's your next one?
That same one. I like Houston -1.5 as well. You give me Houston there.
You guys seem to be. This is so. Those of you watching at home or at work or in the car, or hopefully you're not driving while you're watching, but I've heard that before. See, these guys are agreeing on every pick. So, I mean, that's pretty good. People always say, I love it when you guys always agree. Well, you're getting that right here. But go ahead.
And my last one in the NBA, I'm looking at Utah at the Spurs here. I think the world's going to be on Utah, and I'm going to go take a chance with the Spurs. Give me the Spurs +5.5.
Oh man, someone did just hit us with 10 thumbs down. That's craziness. That's a record. Someone has like multiple YouTube IDs, and they just hit like a ton of thumbs down on us. 11 now. They're just like probably just opening accounts, probably going to give us like 100. I don't care.
That even that thumb down.
Yeah, no, that's what we're just getting like a thumbs down a second.
All right.
They have like a bot or something, maybe. I don't know. But we need more thumbs up. We got 160 people watching and 84 thumbs up. That's like 50%. You need to outrun this thumbs down guy. Anyways, let's go one more.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'll take Indiana -9 against Chicago. I'm not overly thrilled with how Chicago's been playing on the road. They are above 500 against the number on the road, but I just think Indiana's the better team here. And at home, I think they got the job done, so I'll lay the 9 with Indiana.
How about you, Rod? Any more?
Those are the 3 NBA that I like. I'll give you the 2 iffy college basketball ones if you want.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was looking at St. Bonnie's at Fordham. This Fordham team's 1-6 in conference play. I think St. Bonnie's comes in and beats them here. Give me St. Bonnie's -6. And the last one I got, Valpo at Bradley. Bradley at home, they're 11-1. They're 1 game out of top spot in the Missouri Valley League. Give me Bradley tonight. I think they beat Valpo. Bradley -5.5.
I like that one. I think that might be in one of my picks, my videos. He's still right down the winner. I'm just trying to read through these comments. It's like, man, it's brutal, you guys today on YouTube. Okay. Some days are better than others, right? Anyways, man. Anything else to add, or should we wrap it up?
I have one more than I just looked at. I like Memphis laying at 2 against UCF. And UCF's a solid home team. Memphis is trying to probably get back into the rankings after a bit of a sluggish week, and I just don't know if UCF has the horses to hang with Memphis here. So I'll lay the 2 points with Memphis.
I kind of like VCU yesterday. I told you they were going to win, and they did, so hopefully you guys are thanking me later on that one. We did it, and we gave it out, I think, on the Spread Knowledge show, and, so I really like that one yesterday. And I also told you that Utah State was going to win and cover also. So those are my 2 picks for yesterday. You can thank me later on those, and it's later, so where are my thanks? What I'll do is I'll post in the Facebook group that I made those picks yesterday, and you guys can all just, I don't know what my purpose would be there, but you guys can all just pat me on the back and tell me how awesome I am. But anyways, let's see. I'm gonna give out. I was gonna do some more premium picks because like I'm putting them in late, and I still have my NBA ones I got to put up, but here's some picks that I was gonna put in the premium. I still might. So if you're a premium member, you might see these again. I like Michigan State minus the big number against Northwestern. Northwestern's terrible, and we've seen the Spartans actually put the hammer down at home a few times this season. Including, we've seen them really rack it up against like Wisconsin and stuff. So I think against Northwestern, they could double them up. This could be like a 70-40 type situation, as they say.
Oh yeah.
I like UCF against Memphis. I don't like the way Memphis is playing right now. I think they held it together with the Wiseman announcement, and they kind of continued to keep their nose to the grindstone. But I don't think that has happened recently. I know UCF's not playing well. But this is the time when they always bite people in the ass, right? It always seems to happen. I don't know if the guys talked about St. Bonnie's or not. They're playing Fordham. Fordham's 7-12. St. Bonnie's not a great road team, but they're 4-5 on the road. This is how teams like St. Bonnie's that are kind of like mushy on the road build that road record up, is by playing teams like Fordham. This is one of those spots, right? Take the Bonnies here. I think we'll continue to move on. I think, the Boston University against Loyola. Loyola smashed them the first time at Loyola. I think Boston University gets the revenge here, and it gets the 9. Monmouth plus the 1 at St. Peter's. 12-7 for the Hawks. They've started the season really slow. The Peacocks have not been a bad team, but Monmouth is really playing well right now. They're 8-2 in their last 10 straight up and 7-3 against the number. We're getting them as a road dog here, even though a mild road dog. A road dog nonetheless. People say that I haven't been giving out as many dog picks. There's one for you. I'm going to stick with my Wofford Furman parlay just because they're not playing each other, which they seem to do often. And I'm going to just keep rolling through the schedule here because this way tomorrow on every game I could just say I told you so. And take San Jose State plus the 15.5 against Boise. They had a little stigma there on San Jose State because they were so bad earlier this season. I'll go with Rod and Baylor here against Iowa State. The line looks super funny to me, but that's good. So I went through a lot here on college basketball. I'm not going to recap them. That's it. And we got Bucknell and Army to kick the day off. I know a lot of people interested in that one. A few years ago we were big on Bucknell, but I'm not big on them now. I'm going to take Army. They looked pretty good last time out. As a matter of fact, we went against them in our parlay. We went against both militaries, Army and Navy, and they both beat us last time. So I'm going to go with Army this time. I'm going to call in the Army. Victor Oladipo back in the lineup today for the Pacers. This is something that I've been waiting for personally. We've been on the Pacers a lot, but we've seen the chemistry issues when the stars return. This will be an interesting thing because Oladipo is kind of, I'm not going to say he's Michael Jordan because then people say Mitch said he's Michael Jordan, he's an idiot, right? He's not Michael Jordan, but he's athletic and big, so it's like he kind of is one of those type of players that can't take over a game. And that's why I don't mean he's not Michael Jordan, right? I've seen Michael Jordan. I know, he's not Michael Jordan, right? I mean, the closest to Michael Jordan was Kobe, right? And it's like, he's not Kobe, It's like, but anyways. You guys want to do a recap?
Sure.
You up for it, Chris?
Yeah, I'm good.
Let me bring you back on. Kind of all over the place today. All right, Chris, you're up.
Okay, so I like on the ice. I like Toronto minus 105 against Dallas. Washington in regulation against Nashville. Anaheim plus 105 at home against Arizona. Tampa Bay minus 1.5 at LA. I like the under 6 in Calgary and Edmonton. I like Vancouver minus 110 against San Jose. College hoops. I like Alabama plus 5 against LSU. West Virginia plus 2.5 and money line against Texas Tech. TCU minus 4 against Texas. And on that game I threw Memphis minus 2 against UCF. NBA, I like OKC minus 3 against Sacramento. Memphis minus 2.5 against the Knicks. Houston minus 1.5 against Portland, and Indiana minus 9 against Chicago. I'm going to go with the multi-sport parlay. I'm going to go college hoops and NBA. I'm going to go Alabama plus 5, West Virginia plus 2.5, and OKC minus 3.5.
All right. Rod, let me bring you back on. I'm struggling on one screen, I have to say. Not as easy as with my multiple screens, because I have this, you know. I'm answering emails. See, this is the thing that people don't realize. And, like, you know, when they send me the emails while I'm in the middle of doing live shows, stuff like that, it's like, I'm still just one person, man, and it's live. It's, like, not always the best time to reach out to me. Go ahead.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'll start with the NHL here. I like the Canucks to beat the Sharks. Give me the Canucks on the money line here. I like the Coyotes over the Ducks. Give me the Coyotes on the money line. I like the under that game. I think we'll another hitting game. Give me Edmonton over Calgary here. Big battle of Alberta. Another big bruise them up. I like the under there as well. Tampa at the Kings. I think Tampa rolls them. Give me Tampa on the puck line. Sprinkle a little on the minus 2.5 as well. Toronto at Dallas. Give me the Leafs here. I think the Leafs are going to... Oh, that's another good game. But I think the Leafs come out on top. Give me the Leafs on the money line. Nashville at Washington. No cash wheel for Nashville. I think they're in trouble today. Give me Capitals on the puck line. I got a 3-team bird cage all on the puck line. I'm going to take the Coyotes, Tampa, and Washington all on the puck line. NBA, I like Memphis over the Knicks. Give me Memphis minus 2.5 over the Knicks. I also like the Spurs. Give me the Spurs plus 5.5. And I like Houston. Give me Houston minus 1.5. College hoops. I like Bradley minus 5.5 over Valpo. I like Baylor minus 3.5 over Iowa State. I like Marquette plus 2.5 over Xavier. I like Oklahoma versus Kansas State. I like St. Louis minus 3 versus LaSalle. I like Davidson minus 4.5 versus George Washington. I like Kentucky minus 20 versus Vandy. I like Seton Hall over DePaul minus the 9. And I like St. Bonnie's over Fordham minus the 6 for St. Bonnie's.
All right, let me get back here to where I was. I gave out a lot of picks on today's show, and I did a lot of videos, so I did picks on almost every game on the card. So you guys can go back and just, when you see me on the screen, you could fast forward through whatever and get those picks. I didn't write them down. I got like 20 things going on here at the same time. So I did give out VCU and Utah State yesterday, so I told you they were going to win. Of course, be sure to hit the thumbs up and be sure to check out pickdogs.com. I'll be back home on Friday and I'll be back to normal. I'm just all over the place. It's really difficult to do the show on the road, and I'm not going to sit here and say I work so hard and I do all this thing. I'll leave that for the other guys because I love doing this, man. I haven't worked a day in my life, man, since I started talking with you guys and writing with you guys and doing all those things, 13 years ago. So I certainly would never complain that it's too much work or too much anything because I always have way too much fun, man. I sit here and, you can't fake this, This just is who I am. And, those that meet me in person, like I had never met Chris in person in my whole life until 2 days ago. And I met him. And honestly, it felt like I had known him my whole life. Like, there wasn't like an awkward moment like, whatever. It was just like,
Yeah, exactly.
it was kind of like, here's someone I've known forever. It's like we're off and running. It's like I think we probably made about 20 friends in the process. It was just, we had a really good time, and that's just who I am. And I thank you guys for just letting me be that person and not really ever. Some people are. There's always going to be those people that feel they need to judge, everybody and think that, they are better people by being condescending or, I don't know what you would call it, like judgmental of everybody else. But I'm glad that, the bulk of our audience aren't those people, because if it was that way, I couldn't possibly do this. But thank you guys, and I'll be back tomorrow with the by myself. I'll do a morning show, and I'll have more of an update as to what time we'll do an afternoon. We're going to do like an afternoon show tomorrow, and this guys, with these guys, and if they want to come on, if they're available. If they're not available, we won't do it. We'll figure it out, But we always do something. But I'll have a morning show, and it's going to be just me, so it's not going to be as good, but it'll be something. And it'll be the last time you get to see these curtains. This might be the last time you get to see them. If I do the show from the airport, this is goodbye to these curtains. So it's curtains for the curtains, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at sometime early, really early, and then tomorrow afternoon. So thanks everyone for joining us. Thanks for all the positive comments, the thumbs up, and for all the support over all the years. And I got a really big announcement coming up, so I'm very, very excited about it.